And kiwi.
Okay.
I'll have more kiwi.
Make sure you. Okay, so I did take a bite out of this.
Kiwi is actually like ripe. What? Do you want kiwi? Yeah.
So we have the wraps and tater tots, and I do have some barbecue sauce over here. So yeah, I thought I'd come on here. I did take a bite out of it because I didn't think I was gonna film this, but then I was like, probably should upload. So yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
I got a sour one.
And got water for days. Well, not exactly days. But you know what I mean. So, yes, exactly. Let's eat. She said it perfectly.
How many viewers do you have?
I don't know.
See, it was good that you stopped.
Okay, that was exactly like really awkward. It was like, it just became a weird conversation. I don't know. These.
Not your favorite? You smell bomb cooking.
As I was saying, these are Brats, I think. And then these are tater tots, obviously. There's some corn over here, which might get into. I don't know. They're watching a really loud movie right now. Let me try some.
I had them at with Jen and Eric, but I can't.
That's really good. I'm gonna get some. And now we also have corn and peas. So yeah. What are you guys watching?
I don't know, basically.
I think it starts with an F, right? Fernando is Fernesco. Oh. So it's like about the bull that wasn't a fighter. I don't like. He's not a fighter, and everybody wants him to be. But he just loves nature and everything. I don't know.
Like I guess I can call it. I guess Korean.
I don't know.
Well, like I have a problem with sauce.
That's so good. And he's like, I think they're like the biggest. I should honestly start doing like story times and stuff. Or like whatnot. So I'm just so interested. It's like that one part where he's like looking him dead in the eye with the sword. And he sits down. I have one without, and then one with.
Come on, Mom. Try to come here. Sorry. Mom,
Ketchup. Oh my god, they're screaming loud and loud. I don't know why I'm already so full. I don't know. Be right back. So, I actually heard this like really creepy story. Like has me like freaked out and stuff. Like it was about this man that would like go around in a yellow raincoat and like a yellow cap or something, and like I can't pronounce it, like like that area, whatever. And like he was in an elevator, and like this mom like with her child like gets in the elevator, and like she tries to make like eye contact with him and stuff, and like when she had pressed the button, like there was no like number, like just something like that. I'm really bad at telling stories. So bad. Over here. Oh, or at least I thought it was. It's over there. And she was like trying to make eye contact with him, and he like wouldn't make eye contact.
Come here.
And so she got like really like freaked out, or like she got suspicious. So she was pretending that she was on her phone, and she was like expected by like her husband or something. Like her husband was expecting her, and even though he had like worked, he worked. So he was at work. She got home before he did. So he had like this like newspaper like right here, like tucked in, and there was like, who knows if there was something in there, you know? So she gets up to her like she gets up to her level, and there's only like a few units in that area, and so in Korea, yeah, there, which was where she was like at, like where she lived. They have like, some places just have like regular keys, or like a card that you have to like swipe or something. But she had like or like a notepad for her door lock. So like beep boop beep 1 2 3 access to your flipping door or whatever. And she like he got out of the elevator, and he just like stood there and watched her. And she's like, okay, he's like right there, I need to keep up the act. And she's like banging on the door, acting like someone's there and stuff. And you know, he stands there for a little bit longer, and then he goes back in the elevator. And the creepy thing about it is nobody was using the elevator, so the elevator door was shut, but he stayed on that floor. So she was like, okay, the elevator doors are shut, we're in the clear. So she does it, and when you do it, it makes a beep beep sound, so it's like really loud. And as she's making that sound, the elevator doors go open, like they open, and he starts bolting towards her with a knife. And she shoved her kid in, and thank Jesus she made it in there, slammed it in the door literally as he was inches away. It was crazy, but I believe they did catch him, and he's spending the rest of his life in jail or whatever. They believe he has killed like 19, like and stuff, and he would target like rich people and stuff.
Yeah. Mom, you know what Costco, right now, you know, freaking Smith chips, the bag, or the party bag size? How much is Costco?
And the reason was so dumb.
It's actually $5. Well, somebody said it was like 5.
Like, you think of someone who would go around targeting and killing rich people would have like a reason, like oh, I got scammed by a rich person. But no, it was because when he was younger, he was like poor, even though he like still was like not wealthy, like when he was going around killing people. He was poor when he was little, and he was mad that rich people always had bigger houses than him. That's seriously it. Like, that is his motive. It's so dumb.
Charlie!
Okay, we get it, Caden. So it's just like, made no sense. at all. It made no sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense because like it's dumb.
Would you rather be a bull mom or a dog?
Who would like get it? You're jealous, but
Because dogs get more respect. You feed them everything. They don't have to work. They just sit there and feed them.
And there was like a few other like scary stories. So this girl, she went to a college. Can't remember what the college's name, but it's like known for like the crazy parties, like get lit, you know.
You know whose fault was that?
You know, so she was running errands, and she has like 2 roommates. And the roommates, they're like, well, one of the roommates was like, hey, we're gonna get lit tonight. So, you know, I just don't want you to get frightened if there's anyone like over or something like that. And so she comes home into like the pitch dark and stuff. So she comes home to like pitch dark room, living room, and she sees this leg off the couch. Like there's a leg, like there's a man's leg on the couch that she can see. And so she's like, whatever. She walks past and she turns around. She looks at the she realizes it's a man, and he's like laying very still, like very still. Normally when somebody's like drunk, you know, they'll be like, you know, like snoring or like moving around a bit. And so she was like, okay, that's creepy. I'm gonna just go to my room, and she locks the door as she goes in there. And later on, not too long after that, she hears the slightest bit of scratching. Oh my god, you guys are so loud. She hears the slightest bit of like scratching. She like barely, you can like barely hear it. And then that gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And so she like texted her friend. She was her roommate. She was all like, so hey, you know, your flippin' friend is creeping me out. Like, can you tell him to stop or something? And they weren't responding. So she was like, okay, they're like asleep or something. She calls them. And she's like, hey, you know, your friend is creeping me the frick out. Like, can you, like, send him home? Or, like, tell him to go lay back down in the kitchen and, like, stop? Kitchen. Living room. It was originally on the couch. And they're like, bro, what friends? And they were like, shit, like, call 911. We had no friends. Like... And what I was saying, like, it got louder, the scratching turned into like bang, like knocking, then banging, and it was like psychotic. So she calls 911. She's like, she stays on the phone with him, and she didn't hear anything from the guy outside the door, and then she heard him banging and scratching on her roommate's door, and got really intense. They came in, they never found him. The police showed up and they never found him. They realized that he had scissors in his hand, and he was like clawing at the door with them, like trying to get in the door. It was just really crazy.
Right. Here.
You didn't give him the dollar? My God. So is that a good movie?
It was. We're gonna take the dogs out now. Mom, you sure you don't have no sense
I know.
of me at all? Like,
I just took my dog out at 7.
Dude, don't even have a dime.
I mean at 6.
Mom, you always have
But I'll take him out again.
Mom. Oh, that's right, you don't. This will definitely be ugly. It's like a 40 ounce, but pretty sure more.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that there's still food, and I did a lot of chatting.
That is enough.
But
yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe to become a part of the gang. And you know what it is. Peace.